Hi everyone, Linda here from Gunlight Lane Wearable Art. I'd like to welcome you all to my channel. Today I thought we might work on a pair of earrings to go with the bracelet that we made over the last two videos. I did part 1 and part 2, so if you haven't seen that bracelet, here it is here, and I'll leave a link below where you can go to find the links to part 1 and part 2 for this particular bracelet. That's it, it's it there. So this is the earring I've been working on, design for this earring that goes with it. As you can see, it goes, I'll just grab the bracelet here. As you can see, they go beautifully together, the colours. So that's the one we're going to be working on today. And I apologise for the noise if you can hear it outside. That's one of the tractors. I live on a farm, so yeah, they've been servicing all the tractors over the last couple of days. And they just happen to be right outside the window here, so I apologise for that. Hopefully it stops soon. Just getting myself untangled here. Okay, so we'll get started on this earring. So what I've done is, I should show you what we need first. 8-pound fire line in the smoke, that's what I always use. A pair of snippers. A pair of chain nose pliers, just in case you need to help yourself through with your needle. Also good for flattening the start of the fire line so you can thread it through your needle. And I always have a beading awl on hand, just in case. So I've got a size 12 needle here, threaded on 1.5 arm lengths, my arm length of thread with a stop bead on the end. And I've threaded on 30 seed beads in different sizes and different colours. I've got a little assortment of beads here that we'll be using, as well as our seed bead soup mix. So I'll put him back over there where he should be. Tip out some of those here to get us started. So as I said, there's 30 there, and they range in size from 11s and 8s. 11 and 8, yeah, that's what I have on those. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up, I've got to stop and think now how many I picked up on the other one. I think it was 7. We'll try that and see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. No, sorry, I got that wrong. I apologise. I made this earring a couple of days ago, so I have to stop and think what I did. We don't want those yet. We're going to come up, we're going to count 7 beads. That's where I got the 7 from. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Turn on the 7th bead. How did I work this out? My goodness, I've gone totally blank now. No, I know what I did. I counted up 14. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and I came through the 15th bead. That's right. Sorry about that. Try and keep this on camera. I'm terrible at doing this camera work stuff. I've already got a knot there. Goodness. There we go. Got that out. So just pulling that up so that you've got a loop at the bottom like that. Now we're going to add on 7 beads. Doesn't matter what size, just pick up 7 beads. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bring those down to the work. See if I can adjust my camera here a little bit better. Bring that down. Hopefully I'll stay on camera a bit better then. I don't know why I'm so bad at it. 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I want to come through the 8th bead, which is that yellow one there. And 7 more seed beads. I got there 3, 6, 1 more, 7. Bring those down to the work. I seem to be all thumbs today. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Okay, coming through the last seed bead just below the stop bead there. Pulling all this thread through, there we go. I'm going to leave this, normally I'd tie the stop bead off, but I'm going to leave it on for the time being. Okay. And that's because of where our loop at the end for hooking on your ear hook. Sometimes it can be, if you put, if I did that right now, then it could be off center. So I'm leaving the stop bead on until I at least do one more row, so I can see how it ends up. All right, now we're going to peyote. Got this cord caught on something here, the thread or rather. Gosh, I'm having a good time here today. Okay. And with this, I would try and pick up a bead that matches in size to the bead that you're going to peyote through. So now, because the next one is an 11/0, I will use an 11/0. Just one, I don't need two. Through the next one. Now, because this one's a bigger one, I'll find one that matches roughly in size to that one. And again, I've got two. Okay, now that one's a smaller one at 11/0, so pop an 11/0 on. And come through that centre bead there. Okay, now we're going to flip the work, because we're going to work down the other side. Okay, another 11/0. Through the next bead. Okay, the next one's an 8/0, so pick up an 8/0. Go through the next one. Excuse me. Okay, Okay, the next one's an 11/0. So pick up an 11/0 if I can get one there. Through the next one. Another 11/0. And coming through the centre bead. Okay, flip your work over again. And it's another 11/0. Okay, I'm just going to pause while I get this knot out. See you soon. Okay, I'm back. Got that knot out. Didn't take very long. Okay, now we've got another 8/0. Pass through the next one. And one more 11/0. Okay, that should bring us directly at the bottom, which it does. So here I'm going to add, as I did on this one here, the green drop, the green crystal. So I've got one of those here. I'm going to add a, did I put a C bead first? Yes, I did. An 11/0, sorry, an 8/0 C bead, 11/0, sorry. The crystal. And another 8/0. You can do the drop in exactly the same colour on both. As you can see, it's got an orange one on it. Or you can do whatever you like, it doesn't matter. No one's going to notice. It's they're sisters, not twins. Okay, pull that up nice and tight. Okay, through the 8/0 at the bottom that you added just before the crystal. Okay, now we're going to come back up the peyote side. So that's this side here, around this side, and up this side here, adding little, I'll tip these out, adding our embellishment beads, decorative beads, whatever you want to call them. So we're going to add, and we're only going to use 8/0s for this. So an 8/0, then choose whatever you like to add next to it. I've put a aquamarine faceted bead here, so I might as well do the same on this one. So I'll find that one. Finding the hole. Oh, goodness sake. There we go. As I said before in previous videos, I'm used to working under a magnifying light to see these things, and it's very hard. I don't have the best eyesight these days, as it is. Picking up another 11.0, passing back through the aquamarine, back through the 11.0 that we added there, and then up through the next one sticking out, which happens to be this orange 11.0 there. Okay, picking up another 11.0 and adding in whatever bead you like. Separate these a little bit here. I might go with one of the green crystals and another 11.0. Bring it down to the work. Passing back through the crystal, not the 8.0, the 11.0, sorry, the crystal. Back through the other 8.0 that we added at the bottom, and then up through the next peyote there sticking out. Pulling nice and tight. Pick up another 11.0 and whatever bead you like. I might go a silver one on this one. Silver and another 11.0. Bringing them down to the work. Back through the silver one, not the one before it, the one that we added before that. Oops. And then the next one sticking out, what happens to be that orange one there. Pulling up nice and tight. Now one more before we pass through the centre bead. Might do an aqua. Well, no, I'll do a heishi. Carnelian heishi I've got here. And one more 11.0 on the end of that. Passing through the carnelian only, not the red bead before it. Back through the orange one we just added. Up through the red one just before the centre bead, or whatever colour your bead is. Through the centre bead. Pulling that in nice and tight. Flip your work over. And then we're going to come up this side here. So we're going to pick up one of our 11.0s. And whatever bead you like, I'm going to go for a red one. And just spread these out a little bit. Another 11.0 there. Bringing those down to the work. Back through the red crystal. Through the 11.0, sorry. I'm just checking here. I should have it. It's hiding around the back. Okay, I'm just going to come through that one for a moment while I pull this other bead around. Just check for that when you're doing, because quite often they can hide the next peyote bead I need, which is there, that little red one that was hiding. Okay, up through the little red peyote. Making sure, see how I've got a loop there? Get that thread out the way, there's a loop there. Just make sure you don't leave that there. Okay, picking up another 11/0, and I might go another silver one here, I think, and another 11/0. Back down through the silver one only, back through the 11/0 that you added before the silver one. And then back up through the next one sticking out. Okay, now there's space for one more there. So an 11/0, sorry. What will I add there? Maybe a tiger's eye. And an 11/0. I keep wanting to call them 8/0s. Back down through the tiger's eye. Oops. Tiger's eye only, not the bead before it. Back through the one we added before the tiger's eye. Come up through that orange one, which would be the next peyote one in line. Pulling that up nice and tight. Back through the centre bead. Okay, making sure you got all that nice and tight. Flip your work over. Okay, I was just straightening that bead then so I could see how much space I've got here. Okay, and 11/0. I'll go with a little coral rice bead here. Another 11/0. Back down through the rice bead. Through the one we added before it. I'll flip my work here. Turn it back over. What have I done? Okay, pause again, sorry. Okay, back, fix that little problem. So, yeah, so we've gone down through the rice bead, through the bead we added before the rice bead, through the next peyote, bead sticking out. Pulling nice and tight. Picking up another 11/0. And whatever bead you like. I'll go with one of these crystals. If I can find the hole. There we go. Down through the crystal, the bead we added before it, up through the next one sticking out. And again with an 11/0, What do I want to add there? Might add one of the silvers, I think. Another 11/0. Bring it down to the work. Back through the silver bead only. Oops. Through the orange bead before that we added on. Back up through that next bead there in front of it. Okay, I'm still leaving the stop bead on. Just crossing over, we're going to go back down through this line of beads on the other side that we didn't peyote. So we're just passing through them, not peyoteing in them, just passing through. Make sure you go through every single one. Through that centre one, if you can get through in one go. The next one, next couple, whatever you come out at. So we've crossed over sides now. So this is our peyote side here, this is our straight side. So if it's easier, just turn your work over. Got stuck on something here. A tangle, of course. It's a day of tangles. There we go. Back through that centre bead. Making sure you're on the right side, crossing over, go through as many as you can get through. Probably helps if you just pull through slowly so that you don't get your thread caught up on beads or get knots or whatever. Alright, I've turned that back over now. Coming down through these last couple of beads here. Now you can pass through and strengthen this one up if you like. I'm going to. You don't have to. If you think it's strong enough. I mean, I would, because even though they're earrings, you know, as you're turning your head around, they're flopping around, so yeah, wear and tear on your thread could quite easily break your thread. So down through that one, back through the bead on the top, and back down through the crystal again, back up through the bead at the bottom of the crystal, okay. Now you could leave it with just that many dangles if you wanted. You've sort of got some on this side, some on that side, some on that side. Oh, some of those are a bit loose too. I didn't tighten those very well. Just make sure you tighten them properly. As I said, it's hard for me to see without a magnifying light. But I like it full like this one is. So it's up to you. So I'm going to add some more. And this time we're going to come just straight up this line here. So it doesn't matter if it's a peyote bead, like a sticking out bead or whatever, it doesn't matter. Just add them in where you like. So just one of the 11-O's. Am I going to go this one? I'm going to put a red crystal in there. And find an 11-O. Down through the red crystal, the one that we added at the bottom, and they just come out of a bead. It doesn't matter. Like, don't go all the way up here to come out or anything. Stay close to where you are because we're going to be adding more. And pull that in tight. Another 11-O. Just looking at the work and seeing what colours I've got going on here that I don't have. What will I add here? I think I'll add the tiger's eye. Come here. Tiger's eye, an 11-O. Back down through the tiger's eye, the one below it. And coming out a bead in front of it. Pulling in tight. Picking up another 11. And I might go one of the rice beads here. Another 11. Down through the rice bead only. Through the one at the bottom, and then just find a bead to go through. Okay, that's looking fairly full down there. So I'm going to pass through the centre bead again. Picking up another 11-O. Sorry, they've all got off camera there for you. Pull those down. Another 11-O. I think I'll add one of the turquoise. Just these little howlite turquoise. Another 11-O. Down through the turquoise, the one that you added before it, and then just find a bead to come out of. Pulling and tight. I'm going to have to go back through and tighten these other ones up that I didn't tighten properly to start with. Right, that's nice and tight. Pick up another 11/0. Whatever you feel like putting on there. Go with the green crystal. Another 11/0. Down through the crystal. The one that we added on before the crystal. And then just finding a bead to come out of. Okay, one more on this side. What will I have there? Another of the Heshis, I think. Carnelian Heshis. An 11/0. Back through the carnelian, the one that we added at the bottom. And then we're going to come up through the centre bead this time. Pulling in nice and tight. Okay, another 11/0. I think I'll go with one of the red crystals. Another 11/0. Down through the red crystal. And the one we added before it. And then finding a bead to come out of. Okay, another 11/0. What will I add there? What colour haven't I got? I haven't got a green one up there, so I'll grab a green crystal. Another 11/0. Down through the crystal, the one that we added, and then finding another bead to come out of in that row. Pulling tight. Okay, now I'm just going to have a look at this. See if I think it's full enough. I'm just trying to see how it's going to sit. It's a bit hard to do without something proper to hang on to. Yep, I think that might do it. Okay. I'm just going to pause here for a second because I've got a cramp in my leg that I need to stand up and get rid of. I'm sorry, I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back. Cramp's gone, thank goodness. That was getting very painful, and I thought I'm going to keep trying to keep going. I was just trying to wiggle my foot and everything, and it wouldn't go away. So I'm sorry about that. Okay, so we've just added that last bead on. So what I'm going to do now is come up through the next bead in front of it. Okay, take the stop bead off. Oh no, wait a minute. I'll come up through that orange one just below the stop bead. So whatever colour your bead is, just come up below that one. Come through that one, I should say. Sorry. Making sure you don't get caught up on stuff as you do that. Okay, take the stop bead off. Tie a square knot. Come on, this shouldn't be this hard. Goodness. Okay, I think I've got it. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to snip that. Make sure you don't snip the wrong one. Just wanted it a bit shorter for the moment. I'll burn that off in a minute. So now we're going to add on the hook, the loop part for the earwire. So I would suggest that you use all 8 O's. I've used all turquoise ones on that one. You can do multicoloured, whatever you want to do. Up to you, but I just picked the turquoise, mainly because turquoise is my favourite colour. Okay, so I think we need 9. Just let me look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 9. So it's 2, 3, 4. Okay, I've got all of those there, so I have to tip some more out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, 9 for our loop. So it's coming out of that orange. Get the thread out of the way. Out of that orange bead, we're going to go back down through the orange bead next to it, or whatever colour your bead is there next to it. Pull that up, and that makes our loop. Just come across, back up through whatever colour your bead is. Mine's the orange one. Just find a way to get in there. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Coming back through these, we're just going to reinforce the loop. Again, making sure you don't get all caught up. You have to really be diligent and keep your eye on that, otherwise you'll end up with loops of thread everywhere. Back down the other side. Back through the orange bead as well. 2 times should be enough, but if you're worried about it, go through it 3 times. I think twice is enough. And now we're just going to weave down through a few beads. Just find a little path to follow. Come on, guys, it shouldn't be this hard. Thank you. Now that's a loose one there, so I'm just going to go through that and bring it in and tighten it up, hopefully. know I've got this caught up here, I just can't see where it is. There we go. Just let up my thread a little bit more. Okay. So that tightened that one up. All right, well, I'm not going to finish off here, finish the thread off, because I want to go back through and tighten all these up, and I don't think you need to watch me do that. So that's our earring. All we need to do, I forgot to tell you to start with, is we have an ear hook. So just open your ear hook up, or ear wire, whatever you want to call it. Find your right side. Okay, I think the other side might be my right side. No, this side is. Just fluff my beads up here a bit, see. Yep, that's the right way. Okay, close your ear hook over, ear wire over. And apart from this little thread hanging off here, which I'll just grab my lighter and burn that off. You can use a thread burner, whatever you like. I just use a lighter. It's cheaper, and yeah, I don't have to worry about batteries and whatnot for it. Okay. So that's, other than this thread here hanging off, that's our earring. That's the pair. Whoops. I do have drops here, don't I, today? So that's our matching pair of earrings. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. I would appreciate a like and subscribe. You know, as I said before, you either will or you won't. But I really appreciate it. It helps me grow my channel. Helps me to bring you these videos. And I'm up to just under 500 subscriptions now. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, so if you're worried about that, don't worry about it. It's free to do so. When I get to 1,000 subscriptions, I'm going to do a giveaway. So that's, hopefully that's an incentive for people to like and subscribe. That's one of will be one of my pieces that I've made. Also, too, I've been asked, had a couple of comments on doing colour mixes and combinations, which I had mentioned in a previous video, that if anyone was interested, that I would be happy to do that for you. And as I said, I've had a couple of comments, so a few more would be great. So if, all you have to do is just comment in the comment section below, just say yes, and if I get enough people wanting to do that, I will put together a video on choosing colours, colour combinations, and colour mixes, and yeah, how I do it. And also to I'll show, well, I don't like to use the word professional, because it's really not a professional thing, but I'll show you some yeah, colour wheels, things like that I have, that you can use to pick your colours. But it's, for me, it's just more of a thing that I can do. It's just I see colours and I know what colours automatically are going to go together, and not everybody can do that, but hopefully I'll be able to show you how I do that, and just give you a bit of an idea. So as I said, if you'd like that, please just comment down below. All you have to do is just say yes. If you don't want to write anything more, you don't have to, just comment yes. And if I get enough, I'll put together a video. I'm not going to do it just for a couple of people, because it's it's quite a process to put a video together to start with. And yeah, it's going to take me a little bit of time to figure out the colour one. So anyway, as I said, I know I'm babbling on. Yeah, like and subscribe, much appreciated. And I will see you all in the next video. And this is our beautiful pair of earrings that we've just completed. Hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Everybody have a lovely rest of your day. Okay, bye-bye.